Hi! Okay, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to have a look at Oktoberwind Part 2. That's the bottom two lines of Oktoberwind. It's this one and this one. Okay? That one and that one. Alright, if you're looking for Oktoberwind Part 1, it's in level 3 silver, which you should also have access to. Okay. Now this bit's a little bit trickier than the first bit, but we can do it. It's just going to take a little bit of time and a little bit of practice. In fact, it's probably going to take a lot of practice, but I know you can do it, and it's really worth learning. Really worth learning. Okay, so I'll just play quickly through part 1 so that you can sort of remember it. Again. Okay, so remembering that we're using our peace fingers on strings 2 and 1. So we've got our index finger on string 2 and our middle finger on string 1. Okay, and we're plucking with our thumb. You're not playing with a little claw because that's not going to work. You need to have your hand up and high and down a little bit like that so that you can pluck the strings up. If it's like this, you're going to try and be plucking and it's not going to work. Okay, so hand up and down, and then you should be able to play by keeping your hand totally still. Alright? Okay, let's go. Okay, so the first bar of the third line is pretty much the same as the first bar of the first two lines. You know how we went like this? When we're doing it on the third line, that's this bar here, we're going, but instead of going down to fret 1 only, we're going to add another finger on. So we're playing, still playing the one we were playing before, fret 1 on string 4, and you're going to add another finger on string 1, fret 2, and you're going to play them together like this. Okay? Just play them together. Alright? Now a lot of people do this. They try and use their second finger from there. And if you are trying to use your second finger, you'll be thinking to yourself, oh, this is so hard. I can't make it sound at one. Try using your third finger. It really does make a difference. It really makes a huge difference. Okay, so we're going to go like this. 2. Then we're going to do those two together. Then we're going to just do an open boom, boom, boom. Remember that was the boom, boom, boom. Okay? It's just what I call those guys. Alright, so you've got 2. Go down to 1 and put the extra finger on, play them together. And an open boom, boom, boom. And that's the first bar. That is that. So you see on your music there, you've got those two on top of each other. That's that fret 1 that you went to, and that's the fret 2 on the first string. See, they're on top of each other. When they're on top of each other, you play them at the same time. Okay? Just like that. Alright, so 2. Easy. Okay. Now, well, not really easy, but easy to understand, hopefully. Okay. Second fret. And you see all these 4s, and don't worry, I will actually send you a copy of this, okay? See all these 4s in this next bar? What we do is, once we put 1 on, you're going to leave it on. So it's got a 4 on the 5th string. And you also went there in the first two lines as well. And you also, so you're going to go like this, and you're still going to do a boom, 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 but you're going to put a finger on 4 on the first string as well. Okay, so you put that one on, and then leave it there. See, now I've got 2 fingers on, the 5th string and the 1st string, so I started there, and then I just do a boom, boom, boom again, but I've got a finger on, that's all. So there, then I'm going going to slide both of those fingers down to fret 2, and I'm going to play them together. And then I'm going to do an open boom, boom, boom. So we try that bar again, okay? So you're going up to 4. And then you're going to put that 4 on. So you got them on like a chord now, eh? That's a 4. And then I put that guy on. That was just a boom, boom, boom. String 2, 1, 2. Then I'm going to go down to fret 2 and play them together. Then I'm going to do an open boom, boom, boom. Alright, so far we've got, this is the first bar, then we've gone to the second bar, played them together, open, boom, boom, boom. Right? Now don't panic that this is hard, because it's hard the first time, okay, and it's going to be hard for a little while. But if you just take it bar by bar and work away at it, you'll be fine with it. I wouldn't be showing it to you if I didn't think you could do it, but you're not going to do it in a day. You're probably not even going to do it in 2 weeks. You're probably going to take a little bit longer, but you're going to get there, and it's worth learning. It really, really is. Okay, all right, so let's move on to the third bar. Now you can stop this video and just play over and over and over till you get it. Don't feel like you've got to do the whole video in one hit. Just do little bits of it at a time. Get one bar at a time. I really recommend that. Okay, third bar. Third bar's got a lot of open strings in it. So that's kind of cool. And see that 2 there? Where is it? Here? That 2? There? That 2 is that same guy that you just took off in the fret before, in the bar before. Okay, so we're going like this. The third bar's going. So those 2 that you took off from the bar before are both going to go back on again. So don't take them away, just let them hang around, you know, wait till they've got to go back. So going from the bar before with the 4s, you went 4, boom, boom, boom there, then you slid back, played them together, you took it off, then you take that one off as well, and you do a bass and boom, boom, boom. Then you're going to put that one back on and play those 2 together, and then you're going to put him on and play him, and then play that same string open. Alright, so this is a lot to take in one video, isn't it? I normally would do this over a couple of lessons, so like I say, just do bits of it, stop the video, sort that bit out, come back and do the next bit on another day. Alright, here we go again. So we got here, this is our first bar, then we've got the second bar with the 4s, third bar, and then we've got our last bar. Okay, and the good news is that those 3 bars and those 3 bars, oh sorry, you can't see, those 3 bars and those 3 bars are exactly the same. So we're just about finished. So all we got to do really now is just look at these 2 bars. So let's look at this one first, okay? And I sometimes think this one's probably one of the trickier bars in the whole piece, actually. Not because it's hard to play, it's just, I don't know, it's just close. It's tricky. Okay, now have a look at it. You see the ippy, 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 ippy on there? See? It goes I-P-P-I, I-P-P-I. I-P, I-P, I-P. Yeah, that's on this hand, that this is your P and this is your I. Now these are Spanish names. They come from classical guitar. This one's called, I think it's the Polga. I'm probably saying them totally wrong. I just think of it as thumb. Okay, so that's P. This is I. This is M, and this is A. So it's like Pima, okay, P-I-M-A. So P for Polga or thumb, I for some big long Spanish word, but I just think of it as I for index, which is quite handy. M for another big long Spanish word, but I call it M for middle finger. And A is another big long Spanish word, and I just call it another one because I can't think of anything else to call it starting with A. Okay, Alfred? No. Okay, so P-I-M-A. So ippy would be thumb, thumb, index, thumb, index. So it's doing this. All right? They want you to do that because it's too hard to do them both with these in this particular bar. Okay? So let's have a look at it. Alright. So let me just play it for you again. Where's that? See, I'm doing that with my fingers like that. So my thumb's coming right down onto that third string. Now the thing that confuses your brain about this one, and it does, it plays havoc with it, is that those two notes, that string open and the string above it on fret 4 are the same. And you know that from tuning, hey? You know how we go back to fret 4 on that string? Yeah, same thing, yeah. Okay, so you're going to play your bass first with your thumb, your big fat string. Then you're going to play string 2 with your index finger. Then you're going to play string 3 with your thumb, and then you're going to go back to your index finger. So bass, finger, thumb, finger. Alright? And then you're going to slide back to fret 2, and you're going to play thumb first and index, and then you're going to go to fret 1 and play thumb, index. So I think of it this way, and I don't know whether it will help you or not, but there's a pattern. It goes thumb on the third string, index on the second. So if you just practice that first, going thumb on the third string with your finger on fret 4, and then index on the second, then go down to 2 and do the same thing, and do the same thing on fret 1. So just practice that bit. Thumb finger with your finger on the 4th fret, thumb on your 3rd string, index on your 2nd, slide down to fret 2 and do exactly the same thing. Thumb, finger, then fret 1, thumb, finger. Now when you've got that going, we're just going to add 2 notes into it before we play that. So we're going to play our thumb on the bass string, and we're going to play our index on the 2nd finger, on the 2nd string. Okay, so we've got bass string, 2nd string, and then we're just going to do that thing that we just learned. So bass string, 2nd one, and then we're going to do the thumb, finger, thumb, finger, thumb, finger. Okay, so thumb, 2nd string, and then thumb, finger, thumb, finger, thumb, finger. Alright? This is one of the bars a lot of people struggle with, but you will get it. Just slow it right down and try and break it up into 2 sections like that. This bit first, and then just add 2 notes in before it, and then do that. Do it. So that one and that one, and then do it. So the 2 extras, and then our thumb finger. Hopefully that's got it. I know I did it 100 times, but you probably need to do it 100 times too. Okay. All right. So that whole line. Whoa, I mucked it up. See, even I muck stuff up. Okay, but did it matter? Nah. Okay. All right. Next line is almost the same. You've got the same start with the 4s and the 2s. And we have our very last bar, which is the last one to do. Okay, and alright, so we don't need to use our ippy this time because we're not going right down here and having to do all that close stuff. So this one, it's not too bad. It's going open, then open on the index finger again. So open, then string 2. Oh no, you need to use your, oh, you do have to change it. Okay, you do actually. Okay, thumb, and then you're going to string 2, but this time use your middle finger on string 2 because you're going to, instead of using those two, they're going to jump up, okay? And then you're going down to there, and then you'll always put just a little E chord on the end of it. Okay, so thumb, then middle finger on the 2nd string, fret 2 on the 3rd string, and then back. So you've sort of, that's not a boom boom boom, okay? That's a total different one. So bass, string 2, string 3, string 2, then you're going down to string 1, fret 1 on that 3rd string, then you're going to go down to fret 4. Oh gosh, I keep making mistakes. Then down to fret 4 on string 4, then fret 2, then fret 1, and then an E chord. Now that last bar is pretty tricky, and I'll probably need to work with you a little bit one-on-one with that, which we can do at some stage next week, so it'll be good. All right. Okay, let's have a go at those last 2 lines. Then up to the 4s. Last line. That's it. And I didn't muck up. Okay, all right. Now I know that's tricky, I really do, and we can spend a bit of time on those tricky bars when we get together for a lesson. But for now, just do as much as you can, get it going, so that when we do get together, you'll know where you need help, and I can help you there straight away. Okay, you're doing awesome. This isn't an easy song, but it's a great song to have up your sleeve, especially when Grandma comes around and says, play me something because you're learning, and you can go, okay, and you can just play it and you don't have to sing, and it's pretty impressive too. So, yeah, very cool. All right, that's great. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.